Twilight pulled her head back, rubbing her forehead as she groaned. The spell was taxing, not to mention she had held it for minutes already. She shook her head before looking at her pink friend. Pinkie still had her eyes closed.
Pinkie? You all right?
Twilight wasn't sure if she had been released from the effects of the spell yet. It took a moment, but soon Pinkie's eyes slowly opened.
You okay? It wasn't too much, was it?
Pinkie simply blinked, before smiling and lowering her head, closing her eyes. Twilight blinked, a little confused at this behavior.
Thank you, Twilight.
Oh, did it work?
It did, and I thank you so much for helping me.
Pinkie lifted her head, letting Twilight see the smile on Pinkie's face.
If you hadn't helped me, who knows what would have happened? I mean, I probably would have been driven insane. But I won't now, and it's all thanks to you.
Oh, well, I was doing it to help a friend in need.
This has been a pretty crazy experience.
So, I hope I'm not prying, but you know what was causing those nightmares now?
I do, but I'll tell you about it later, I promise. Right now, I have a few things I need to take care of. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, but of course. I'm just happy I was able to help.
Twilight smiled. Pinkie smiled back as she headed towards Twilight's door to help. A thought struck her, and she stopped.
Oh, hey, Twilight! Before I go, I need 2 favors.
Sure, what do you need?
Well, first I'll need you to cast the cloud walking spell for me. And second, do you have any red ribbon on you?
Rainbow Dash was getting in a good afternoon nap in her home when she was awoken by several knocks on her door.
What?
She said as she stirred from her sleep. Her ears wiggled as she heard the door being knocked on.
Yeah, hold your horseshoes, I'm coming.
She yawned, stretching as she woke up. She walked over to the door, opening it. Almost instantly she was assaulted by a pink blur that proceeded to hug her, knocking her over onto her back.
Ah! What the... Oh, Pinkie Pie? What's the big idea? You know it's my nap time.
Rainbow shook her head as Pinkie slowly let go.
I know, and I'm sorry for waking you. A lot's happened to me, and I really just had to see you.
Well, that's all right then. I certainly can't abandon a friend in need. What's on your mind, Pinks?
It's a really long story, Dash. A long and, well, a rather sad one. And I'm more than willing to tell you, but I hope you don't mind if I keep you waiting a little while to hear the story. I still have some things to deal with before I'm really ready to tell other ponies about it.
A sad story? That's not like you, Pinkie Pie. You're always about being upbeat, fun, and having a good time. What could be so sad about something recently happening to you?
Pinkie giggled a little, smiling at Dash.
You'll know when you hear it. Just trust me for a moment. After all, I came here to hang out with you for a little while, if you don't mind.
Of course not. A visit from my gal pal is always welcome.
Rainbow smiled as she flew over to another part of her house.
Would you like a snack? I got some fresh apples from Applejack. They're really good.
That sounds delightful.
Rainbow returned with the apples, the 2 ponies sharing the snack together. They talked, they laughed, they reminisced about some of the adventures they'd been on since Twilight had arrived in town. Rainbow thought it a little weird that Pinkie was being so sentimental, but figured she must have a good reason. They spent a good few hours just hanging out in her home.
So, Pinkie, what's with the red ribbon in your hair?
Pinkie turned her head to look at the red ribbon she had tied into a bow on her mane. She smiled softly before looking at Rainbow Dash.
Well, let's just say it's helping me remember what dear friends I really have.
I didn't know you needed a ribbon for that. After all, we're right here.
I know, but I did need the reminder.
She gently nuzzled her hair with the ribbon attached to it. She then smiled softly before looking up at Rainbow Dash.
Dash, I'm going away for a while.
Huh?
Rainbow almost spit out the apple juice she had been sipping on.
Going away? But why?
I've got something I need to take care of.
Pinkie looked away from Rainbow Dash, though still smiling.
I'm going out to see my sister Octavia.
Well, we could go with you, you know. You don't have to go alone.
I know. But this is really something I have to do myself.
She gently batted her straight hair with her hoof.
Especially if I want this to be poofy again.
So you're sure this is what you need?
It is.
Dash looked conflicted, She certainly didn't want Pinkie to go away, but she also had to support her friend.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Rainbow put on a strong face and gently hit Pinkie's shoulder.
Besides, you'll be coming back, right?
Oh, of course I will. I could never abandon you and the other girls here in Ponyville. You're my bestest friends ever. I can't think of what life would be like without you all.
Then go ahead. We'll see you off, of course. Though things will be mighty quiet without you around.
I know. I bring so many smiles here, which is why I could never stay away for long.
Classical music filled the halls. The small group of ponies played on the stage to a large crowd. Their instruments were finely tuned. They never missed a beat or a chord as they all played in perfect harmony. The very soul of their music resonated through the hall and the hearts of all the ponies attending. The final chords were played, and the auditorium was filled with applause as they took their bows. The curtains came to a close on the stage as the band members began to pack up their instruments.
I don't know. I still feel we could do better.
I still say we should add in some of Beethoven's earlier work. His later work is magnificent, but it doesn't compare to the wonderment his earlier work provided.
We sounded fantastic, guys. Don't worry about it too much. It was a great performance, so we've got a well-deserved night of rest.
Octavia smiled as she placed her contrabass into its container. She pulled the strap over her shoulders, placing the instrument on her back. She always refused help with putting her beloved instrument away.
Hey, you're not supposed to be back here.
The band heard a security guard say loudly. They turned their heads to see who he was yelling at.
I know, but my sister's in the band and I really need to talk to her.
We didn't hear anything about any of the band members getting a family visit today.
Hey, I'm not lying!
It's okay, sir. She's my sister, though she did come by rather unannounced.
Well, all right. If the band says you're okay, then you are. Just don't come in unannounced next time.
The security guard huffed before walking off.
Hey, do you need some time to yourself?
Yeah, sorry, guys. Go ahead and do your own things. I'll see you back at the hotel later.
Sorry, sis. I probably should have given you more warning. Then again, even I didn't even really know I was going to be setting off until I basically did. Still, I could have written.
Yes, would have been nice. At least you didn't interrupt my performance this time.
Pinkie blushed while smiling, still remembering the gala.
Come on. Let's go have some dinner and we can talk.
Pinkie dined on a fresh daisy salad, while Octavia enjoyed a French daffodil soup.
So, Pinkie, why the sudden visit? I assume it has to do with something that's bugging you.
I can't hide anything from you, can I, sis?
Not really. Your hair doesn't go down unless you're upset about something.
Octavia said, as her eyes wandered down to the red ribbon in Pinkie's hair.
The ribbon is new, though.
Well, the two topics are related. I know I'm about to ask a lot from you, Octavia. What with you and tour and all. And it's been a long time since either of us brought this up.
Octavia ate another spoonful of soup as she watched her sister curiously, not really sure what to expect.
But I'd like the two of us to go visit Bellamina's grave.
Octavia nearly dropped the spoon from her mouth, quickly swallowing the contents within.
This is rather sudden, Pinkie. If that's what you really want. Our next concert isn't till next week in Hoofington, so if we left now, we could make it to the farm with enough time for me to get back.
Oh, thank you, sis! You really are the best sister in the world!
Sure. I'll do this so long as you tell me what's going on.
Deal!
The wind blew sand across the rocky field as the two sisters stood before their younger sister's grave. It was a hand-carved rock marker, carefully crafted to look like their younger sister sitting with a smile. She sat on top of a slab that read, "Here lays Bellamina Marie Pie, a beloved daughter, a wonderful sister, and an angel in filly form."
That's really quite a story, Pinkie, but it's good to hear that you've forgiven yourself for what happened.
Yeah, I'm glad I did too. But I couldn't say it was official until I at least came here again.
Pinkie gently placed the roses she had picked up on her sister's grave.
I'd forgotten about her because I didn't want to remember. And that's a terrible thing for an older sister to do. So, from now on, I promise to visit her once a year.
You know what? If you're going to do that, then I'll join you. I've been too focused on my work lately. I haven't given our sister the proper time of day either.
Thank you.
You're my sister. I've always been here for you if you need me, sis.
Octavia, Pinkamena, dinner's ready.
Coming! Come on. Let's go get some dinner, sis.
I'll be right there.
Pinkie smiled to Octavia. Octavia nodded and headed towards the farm.
Hey, Bellamina, you were a wonderful sister. Thank you so much for being my sister. I love you.
She kissed the forehead of her sister's statue, then turned around and began to walk back to the farm. Her hair poofed out and curled, returning to her usual bubbly self.
In the epilogue of Silent Ponyville, Pinkie Pie and Octavia were played by Wollffeey, Twilight was played by Mewsel, Rainbow Dash was played by Mondai-chan, Beauty Ras was played by Robot Butterfly, Frederic was played by sosweetntasty, Harpo was played by Great Dinn, the security guard was played by Mitch Sanders, Pinkie's mother was played by Hannah May, and narration was given by pocket-sized Kitsune. It was directed by Lightning and edited by Raishy. That concludes our reading of Silent Ponyville. I hope you all enjoyed it. Coming up next, we will be doing the second story in the Silent Ponyville series. This one is called Too Shy for a Rainbow.